Welcome to the COMiX Newswire, covering all the things turning pages and heads in the comic book industry. We're going to pass the show over to our anchors so they can tell you what's going on and keep you in the know. All right, let's get you in the know. Brand new format time. Check out our new newsroom at COMiXNewsWire.com so you can find all this amazingness. So up here, you're going to find in our top, this is the COMiX Newswire that keeps everything coming off the COMiX Newswire. We share everything and anything. It's not sorted, but it's a lot. So make sure you subscribe and be part of that. Here you go. This is the IN-DEE Know section. This is going to be a lot more of your more indie-friendly stuff. So we want you to be part of it. So what you do is you find us on Twitter and then start sharing it with us so we can have you on this program. And we can do a couple shout outs. Like Heel Turn is now on Kickstarter. It's a serial killer turned pro wrestler turned serial killer. And then sad news with Steve Sherman, puppeteer, comic book writer, and Jack Kirby assistant, has sadly passed away at the age of 72. Some sad news. And it's been 80 years of Captain America. At least it's been the first 80. That's right. There's more Cap in store for you. And so much more to go with that. Our COMiX Market Watch will have things, including TikTok videos from me, where I talk about the changes that are happening actually to comicbookadvocates.com, the COMiX Newswire itself. We just finished recording that program. I suggest you watch it. It is now the main video when you go to my actual YouTube channel, or I should say our YouTube channel, as Comic Book Advocates has always been ours. Go check it out. In 15 minutes, I tried to give you as much information as possible. That could have been a 2-hour video with all the stuff I've been through. I kept it short and sweet. Let me know how I did. And Weekended, by the way, has been officially canceled. I don't see us bringing it back anytime soon. The new program will be this program, and we're going to be doing it by week. By the way, for those who don't know, this is the 26th week of the year, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to blow this up a little bit so you guys can see it a little better on your screens. How's that look? There we go. We'll go one more. So now we're going to have the Twitter feed right in here. It helps us load. You guys can see some of the stuff going on. Our Market Watch will have a lot of the mainstream stuff, which you guys can check out. Backer Pause has its own actual Twitter feed now. You guys can check it out right here, including the upcoming project from Nightfall, Michael's Awakening 1 through 2, the COMiX Newswire. That's actually live now. You should definitely check it out. And that's on backerpause.com. That's right. Notice that we're branding everything and getting you ready, including comicadvocates.com being for the COMiX Con Highway. And it's got its own Comic Con Forecast now. You can find it by going to Twitter and doing COMiX Forecast. Next up on our COMiX Forecast, by the way, is Hero for Kids Con, which has been rescheduled to this July. As a matter of fact, it'll be happening July 17th. Check out comicadvocate.com for more information. And IN-DEE Know, that's going to be this show. So let's get down to it. Let's get to the very top of this and go down and keep you in the know for this week. Remember, if you're on your phone and using our site for this, the COMiXNewsWire.com, turn your phone sideways. There you go. So it'll be a much better viewing experience. Here we go. On July 6th, the Continue Presents Heroics is live. So make sure to hit the notify me button now and subscribe today. Check out Mr. Anderson's video. That's right, me TikTok and talking about the changes that are coming. And here we go. We talked about the Heroes for Kids Con. We talked about Heel Turn, but we didn't talk about Superman and Lois debuts an obscure supervillain. What supervillain? You're going to have to check that out. Marvel's 10 strongest comic book characters. This is something you'll find in our indie section, as our indie COMiX Wire is actually supposed to also be educational. So that's why we added this in. We wanted to show you that these different items will be across there. Kevin Smith reveals where he stands with Catwoman. We talked about that last week, but again, I just want to show you some of the ways that we can share different information with each other so we can actually have that happening. Have you heard about DC's Milestone? We talked about this last week, but it's a good time to remind people Milestone is back. Make sure you subscribe. Let's make sure this keeps going. And they have a guide we want to talk about this. What are you planning to do? Well, the DC Superhero Girls have a guide to summer just for you. And the Festival of Heroes, the Asian superhero celebration, went down with pride from DC Comics. And then Scout Comics announced last week that they're going to have comic tags. A new way to collect comic books has launched in a partnership with Scout Comics. You're definitely going to want to check that out.
What?
And I just wanted to remind you that these were brought to you by DC Comics, and most of it up there has been that. We're going to continue to read the different sites where we get this, including Scout Comics themselves that talked about comics tag. Heroics.com is going to be bringing you Earth's only superhero. No city or town is too big or too small to pay for the heroic services. The one, the only superhero on Earth. This is Heroing by the Hour. What is that all about? You're going to have to check it out on the 6th. Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1. Biggest changes to the comic. In other words, what they changed between the two of them. You're going to have to check that out. That was brought to us by ScreenRant.com. Sylvester Edmonds sat down with me and talked about Realms of Spirits in a very cool creator talk interview that we had. You're going to have to check that out. It's on our YouTube channel right now. And we also have the Abomination and Wong return in the Shang-Chi trailer. That's going to be brought to us by comicbook.com. There's a Denny O'Neil tribute for his Green Arrow, and that was brought to us by CBR. Definitely check that out. Remember, you can find this all on our Twitter feed. You can see right there, the Comics News Wire has this, actually. We're sharing these different threads into our different ones. Go to comicsnewswire.com, find out where we are. You hear Jax is all hyper right now. He's gotten his fandom on with Sonic, and he was really excited when he saw Captain America's new Iron Man suit officially debuting from ScreenRant.com. It was cool. He was like, Iron Man? Captain America? One thing that we're excited about, and I'll tell you, I pre-ordered this. This is coming from Amazon. Transformers and Jurassic Park collided. It's expensive. It's like $100+, but Jax really wanted it. It's Christmas time. It'll be out in November, so check that out. Pop Cultivator wants to lead comic book creators in the right direction. What does that mean? Well, you're going to have to go to chicagoreader.com to see how they're trying to change the industry. And the industry is doing well, according to bleedingcool.com, as they show us that comics and graphic novels increased total sales over the pandemic year. There was growth, and we always love to see growth in the comics industry. So we're super excited about that. And this July 2nd at 6:35 p.m., a very specific time, they're going to have a special appearance by Optimus Prime at the Specialty Jersey Auction. This is brought to us by WBKO.com. Warner Brothers turned down Kevin Smith's DC Comics picks because it was too dark, believe it or not. Find out more at comicbook.com. And there's going to be the Batman 89 Robin is going to be debuting, and the Burtonverse brought to us by Joe Quiznos. Quinnos, I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. That's brought to us by CBR.com. TameBay.com tells us about the comic book category added to StockX Trading Marketplace. Check out more at TampaBay.com. TameBay. Sorry, I have Tampa Bay Comic Con on my mind. Flickering Myth gives us a preview of Teen Titans Academic 2021 Yearbook #1. There's a lot of things going about. By the way, that's brought to us by FlickeringMyth.com. There's some controversy about Slave One, or was it Slave One, as renaming Boba Fett's iconic Star Wars ship has gone down over at Lego. Will this stick? You're going to have to stay tuned for more. And here it is, Florida SuperCon. I'm announcing it right now. I will be tabling at this. It'll be the first time I officially do a read show in Artist Alley. I'm excited. There's only 25 days until badge mailing deadlines. Get your tickets today and come see me. WandaVision has changed its post-credit scene. I haven't even seen it yet. Have they added Doctor Strange? Go to comicbook.com to find out more. And here you go. SuperCon badges are officially on sale. Get them today. Ben gives us the Any Port in the Storm. This was part of our Backer Paws game last night, as well as the Sapphire Spectre. Check it out. Ed was there, and we had a great time. We had another guest. I'm not going to tell you who, because I want you to go check it out. I want you to see who else was there. Someone brand new. A little bit of a teaser I want you to meet, but Ed was there from Immortal Era, returning judge. We have a brand new judge. I'm not going to tell you who. I almost gave it away, but now I want you to go see it on your own. And this is from Image Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day. They show you what's new. And Cain and Abel's been making the rounds of some stuff that's been talked about. And here you go. Ordinary Gods is shown off. And Michael K. Easton presented. By the way, that was brought to us by Image Comics itself's Twitter feed. All right, Michael J. Easton presents Insecticid. That's on Kickstarter now. Looks cool, and this looks dark and inviting at the same time. I guess I'm just a dark person. So The Listening Beginnings has its third installment now on Kickstarter. It's brought to us by Dustin. He's back. And Dwayne, we talked about a little earlier, but here's some news. Looks like cable's in trouble with the TVA. Go to cbr.com or our Twitter feed at the Comics Newswire to find out more. Comics, here it is again. More information. Comic and graphic books novel sales spiked in 2020. We like to hear that. That's brought to us by CBR. The Marvel Yearbook, we already talked about that, so we'll load some more tweets and talk, McFarlane, Booth 10, and more unite for King Spawn. That looks dope. And North American comic sales here. This is from COMiX Con. This is from Comics Watch. See, everyone was talking about it. Really excited about that. MegaCon Orlando. I'll be there. So will Greg Capolo and Scott Snyder. I love these two, man. They're finally doing the death metal tour. I might have to leave my table for that. And look, Tampa Bay Convention. I'll be there doing 4 panels, guys. More information to come, and I'll put it in that tweet. I'll put it into a tweet into our Twitter for the forecast, and you'll see all that. And new to DC Twitter, retweet for murals. Batwoman? Ooh, talking Batwoman. I just thought that was cool. Metaverse membership, and I'm going to announce to you guys right now, I will be part of New York Comic Con. Full details are coming. I don't know exactly to the full extent, but I will be in New York Comic Con. I already have been approved for a professional's badge. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing more or less yet. And then we talked about Steve Sherman and his sad passing already. Marvel's Venom main comic book villains ranked from most laughable to coolest. He's been a big deal this summer, so we added it in for you guys. Black Widow star complains about husband Colin Jost, who refused to do lines with her because he didn't want it spoiled. Actually, I respect Colin for that. He's from Saturday Night Live, by the way, and he does the news. That's from comicbook.com. Uh-oh, the Scarlet Witch is dead? Oh, no, the trial of Magneto is about to begin. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. This is brought to us by Marvel Entertainment itself, including the Phoenix Saga song, which is Echo, which Echo embraces the cosmic powers of the Phoenix Force in this new comic book series. A.A. Rubin tells us about how he was part of Getting Tunes as his character with Mr. Stupendous was drawn in the style of comics Jack Kirby. That was brought to us by him and his Twitter feed. Marvel Entertainment actually shows us Secret's Vengeance and Some Number is Up. Don't miss the Hellfire finale in X-Men 10. Marvel's Comics apps. This is out. The Hellfire Gala is over. See how it ends. And this was an actual great interview between me and him. And before we go any further, I want to just spend a minute and remind people to be a pair.
Be a pair. Be professional. Be ethical. Be authentic. Be respectful. Remember, in this industry for comics, be a pair. Art provided by Chris Mad. Look up Chris Mad Art on Facebook today.
Just a friendly reminder. We were a Creator Talk with Sylvester Hellmans. He did a great job of informing us of all the awesomeness that is his book. Forbidden is about to hit the Kickstarter, so make sure you hit the notify me button to be made aware, announcing the next Marvel Untold Prose novel, which is Wishes Unleashed, featuring Ghost Rider. That looks dope, that cover. I'm all in. And remember to check out Rammer now on Indiegogo. Captain America has spent 80 years as a crime fighter. Check him out from Marvel Entertainment right now. Marvel Entertainment also said, let it be known that Moon Knight keeps his faith. And we have Knox County's campaign is covered. This is from the Comics Newswire. And you can find it also at backerpaws.com. Now, your search for representation ends here. The Comics Newswire brings you this from Lonzo Starr. And celebrating the 30th anniversary of X-Force with a new chapter in the legendary X-Men saga this November, Rob Liefeld has returned. Oh my. And Pucker Up, Harley and Ivy are made madly in love, and Harley Quinn 25 now in DC Infinite Universe. And let's do this I saw her with rope in her hand, and I was all in, all in. And the cool time lapse of the process of creating the comic from the Demon Knight. This was really awesome, as is this giveaway that went on this week. Check out more for it. Oh, sorry, this isn't the giveaway. It's action, it's horror, and adventure. It's 2 nights from the COMiX Newswire. I think we'll get to the other thing in a minute. Legacies live on New Comic Book Day. Check out what came out from DC by clicking that play button on Twitter. Here's more of Just Miracles. It's Mr. Miracle's Source of Freedom. This is brought to us by DC Comics as well. Sister of Mercy is now crowdfunding, and the future looks bright. Have you collected the edition of Future State yet? Justice League? Well, you should. Check out Back Applause. And remember, July is Independent Creators Month, so celebrate it by tagging your favorite independent creator and talking about them highly. Remember, be a pair. Make the world a better place. And we just got past June. June was awesome. It was Strike a Pose at the DC Pride Ball. Here we go. Check out all those amazing characters that are in the LGBT community. And it's 80 years of also Green Arrow, believe it or not. It's the 80th anniversary. I didn't even know he was 80. Looks good for his age. And DC Comics also brings us the finale of John Riddle's acclaimed series, The Other History of the DC Universe. Definitely some reading material. Remember, we want you to read that stuff. And 6 quick tips on pitching a comic book from Scout Comics president James Hayek. This is brought to us by James E. Rocher, and he has an amazing YouTube channel that you need to be part of. And this is it. Get in the headlines. Stay there. That's it. Little over 15 minutes. We had a bigger show, a lot of stuff. If you have anything to send us an email at the COMiX Newswire at yahoo.com, and make sure that you have hit the notify me button by going to Heroics Comics. That's HERIX Comics, COMIX.com. Subscribe today. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Let's rise together. Let's do that. Let's rise together. Thank you so much. Remember to join the always online COMiX Con that's always happening. Get your table today. They're free. Be represented. And a special thank you as we're celebrating going into our 7th year. We've officially done 6 years of advocating. This is our 7th now that we're working on, and we're going to get to the end of Wouldn't Have Happened Without Buddy Scalera, his Creator Connection panel, all he does for the panels. I'm honored to be part of them as part of their Council of Willing and helping the next generation. And we will see you at New York Comic Con. That's it tonight. Make sure you download the free, and I say it again as we wait for this load, the free Panel 1. It was an amazing thing to do during 2020. We all got together. We made sure we got some to entertain you. Free download right there. That's it. We're 3 minutes over, so I'm out of here before I get thrown out by myself, because I can be pretty mean to myself when I want to be. Here's my intro, because I got to shamelessly plug myself. We'll see you on the COMiX Newswire. Come COMiXNewsWire.com. Check out all we're doing. Mr. Anderson is the unboxable advocating creator known as the indie comics devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. He is the giver of free hugs and spanks, and he is a partner in Continuum Comics. Check out everything Anderson at chainlinks.site. Happy July 4th. Remember, July is Independent Creators Month, so go out there and tell an independent creator